So, all right, so let me say a couple of things, okay? So this morning we had what's called the arraignment. That's where he pleads not guilty. He pled not guilty to all the charges. They're still getting the bond money together in Illinois. For those of you who are from out of town, in Illinois, an attorney's not allowed to post the bond, and we're really required to sort of disassociate ourselves from that process. So when I'm telling you what I know about bond, it's just what someone who's friend or family of him is telling me. And the information I was given was sometime they hope to have actual cash today after 6 o'clock for those who don't want to stand out in the cold, and before 9 o'clock, obviously, so we can get out tonight. Beyond that, we're going to exchange discovery. They're going to send us some of the reports and so forth. We're going to look at it. We're going to evaluate it. We're going to try this case in the courtroom. We're not going to try this case in the media. I'm not going to stand here, act like I'm Socrates, or tell you my word on what I say is the gospel on things like some people do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to handle the case like we handle every other case, like hundreds of cases are handled in this building every day. We've got an extremely fair judge. We've got a wonderful prosecutor. We've got great jurors here in Cook County, and we'll go do what we got to do.
The bar seems to be getting higher and higher for this defense team.
I got one other thing. Hold on, one other thing. Who's from the local NBC?
Right here.
We did not ask today that the bond be lowered. I saw that. We asked the judge to clarify. Someone tweeted that from NBC. So there's been a lot of confusion about the bond and what he needs for bond. There was a back child support order. That's a civil matter. He doesn't have to post that to get out of jail. We didn't ask the judge to reduce or lower the bond today at all. We just asked him to clarify that he doesn't need to post the civil back child support before he gets out of jail, because there was some confusion.
By March 3rd, or that child support doesn't need to pay that, or he goes back to jail?
I'm not a divorce lawyer, so I don't know what he needs to do on that case. That's up to that judge and who's ever handling that case. What needs to happen? It's not. I know it's longer than March 3rd, though. I know that.
Are you
All right.
other civil matters?
No. I'm not representing him on any civil matters. Criminal defense lawyer. Sometimes we do civil rights. That's it.
Can you talk about?
All right. Hold on. I cut him off first, so hold on.
I was going to ask you about that. So he said there's now a third tape. He turned in a second one. He said today. Roy Allred is with an alleged victim out in California today. Can you talk about the difference between trying to defend him now versus 2002 when those child pornography charges?
Well, I wasn't involved back then. The different, so here we deal with police, we deal with prosecutors, we deal with judges, we deal with juries. If someone wants to inflict, a slow bleed or whatever they are, promote themselves, I can't do anything about that. We have ethical rules here in Illinois. I'm a licensed attorney in Illinois. I'm constrained by the ethical rules from saying what I might want to say. Other people come in here, they're not constrained by our ethical rules. They're not lawyers here. They have no part in this process. They're not the police. They're not the prosecutor. If they think they've got evidence, turn it over, and the people who are supposed to investigate will investigate. But to stand up here and insult people and rip in our system and say that here in Cook County we're amateur hour, that's just inappropriate. This county, this state is full of wonderful lawyers, great lawyers who go all over the country trying cases all the time, successfully, civil lawyers, criminal defense lawyers, and we'll stand up against anyone, LA, New York, wherever, if they want to have some kind of a cage match or something. But we're going to try the case in the courtroom. We're going to see what the evidence is, and we're not going to worry about some grandstanding.
Steve, to be clear, just the child support thing has nothing to do with this. Where if he
Correct.
Posts $100,000, he's out. It doesn't matter.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Steve, I have two questions. Have you seen those two tapes, or are you still waiting for discovery?
So let me give you a little. When there is a child pornography charge under Illinois law, we actually have to have a court order to be able to see it, because every time someone views child pornography, in theory, it's a separate criminal act. So there's certain rules that govern those cases in particular. I have not seen any tapes. I haven't seen the tapes that are involved in this case. I will tell you that to the extent someone is showing tapes to somebody, someone is watching tapes, that warrants its own investigation.
So are you concerned that there could be more charges?
No.
Additional girls?
No, I'm not concerned that there could be more charges. Prosecutors will see whatever he supposedly has, they'll evaluate it, and we'll see where it takes us. But no, I'm not concerned. Well, he's doing as well as can be expected under the circumstances. The jail staff has been great. They've got him, as everyone knows, at the hospital unit, not because he's sick or anything like that, but because that's the most secure place for him to be, and he's certainly hoping to get out of jail.
Is there a concern for his safety?
I think that if he was in the general population, there may be a concern for his safety. I think it's better for the sheriffs that he's not in general population. They're in charge of that, and they put him wherever they see fit.
Steve, can you elaborate if on these tapes there are minors engaged in sexual acts and it's illegal to be viewing them? Is your position an assertion that it's not R. Kelly in the videos? What's your position there if they are minors?
I haven't seen any videos. My position is it's not R. Kelly in the videos. I'm not going to speculate on who's in any videos. What I'm saying is that if someone has possession of child pornography and they think they've got, as soon as they determine they think they've got possession of child pornography, they should turn that over right away. Not do some song and dance in front of the media. I got one today, I got one tomorrow, I'm going to show this one to CNN and all that. And if they're doing that, each instance of that is in fact, in my opinion, a criminal act. But I'm not going to get into it. That's not, I don't charge crimes, I don't investigate crimes. That's up to the state's attorney or the police if they want to look at that.
Steve, can you answer this? Steve, there's some reports that when he does get out, he plans to perform some concerts, one of them possibly for GCI. Can you confirm that at all?
I'm not his manager, his tour manager. I don't know anything about it. Okay. See, there are several of our fine Cook County judges right there.
Are you upset with how personal it sounds like you're upset with how personal it's getting? Does it feel too personal?
Well, I'm not, look at, I don't know why someone's attacking me. They don't know me. They don't know my work. I think if you are from out of town, you can ask the local people. We've done pretty well over the years. We've been pretty successful. We don't win every case. We're criminal defense lawyers. We've had some civil cases that we've done well on. It's not about me. It's about the evidence. It's about the facts. And because someone stands in front of all of you and says, I know someone should be like, that's not how our system works. You know, let's let the system work. And an attorney of all people should be waiting. I give credit to Ms. Allred, because Ms. Allred, she can say what she's going to say. She does it in a classy manner. Then let the system play itself out. Let the evidence play itself out.
You said he's in the medical unit, Steve?
He's in CERMAC because that's the easiest place for them to house him. Here's another fine Cook County attorney, goes all over the world, trying cases.
Steve, what regrets do you have about referring to these victims, these alleged victims, as liars the other day? Have you changed your position on that?
Well, no, what I said the other day, I said, as far as I know, they're all lying. I'm a criminal defense lawyer, okay? I've got a client who says he's innocent, pled not guilty. That's our position. You know, people like to take words, and I know in this era, everyone wants to focus on, you said this, and just parse out one little bit. Obviously, if I had said, oh, they're all telling the truth, you'd have said, well, you haven't seen the evidence. Or if I'd have said, well, they're all telling the truth, you'd be like, boy, this guy better get a different attorney, right? So, you know, our position at this point is Mr. Kelly's done absolutely nothing wrong. No one has showed us any evidence that he has done anything wrong.
What happens when you do see that? If you do see that tape, you said as part of discovery, you're going to be getting evidence. If you see that tape, and you see it's your client, and you hear that she refers to herself as 14, and that he refers to herself as 14, then what?
Okay, so like any other case, we're going to get the evidence. We're going to look at the evidence. When we've seen the evidence, we're going to make a determination of how we should proceed. At this point in time, I have no reason to believe that there is any tape of Mr. Kelly acting inappropriately in relation to these cases or that he's done anything else wrong.
But if you get that tape and that's what it shows, how do you continue to
Absolutely, I would continue to represent him. Sure. Everybody, and I don't want to sound like it's some constitutional law case, everybody is entitled to a defense. Everybody is entitled to the presumption of innocence. The questions that I'm getting asked are inconsistent with the presumption of innocence. We should all just be taking a step back. Mr. Avenatti doesn't decide how the case is decided. The prosecutor doesn't decide how the case is decided. I don't decide how the case is decided. All of this is ridiculously premature, and let's see what happens, what the evidence is, and how things play out. I think everyone is entitled to that. Every defendant is entitled to it. I think every alleged victim is entitled to that process playing out, and our system, our own values are entitled to that process playing out that way.
Last week you said you made the point that the tape.
Wait. I have 2 ears, but I can only hear one. Absolutely. Cook County is a great place to try cases.
You made the point earlier that you believe that the tape showed the same person that was involved in the 2008 case, that it was double jeopardy. Have you seen anything in the past few days that would change that view? Do you still hold that double jeopardy should prevent this charge from going forward?
Sure, and double jeopardy in Illinois is not just, it's not the same as sort of the constitutional. There's two kinds of jeopardy in Illinois. I don't want to get complicated. I'll leave it to De Regatas to teach the classes. But there's double jeopardy, which is the old constitutional. Then there's actually a statute in Illinois which talks about same facts. There's also some doctrines that talk about if a case was known or should have been known, or the conduct was known or should have been known back then, it might be different. So there's a lot of different angles. When I say double jeopardy, I'm talking about, you know, a wide area of legal doctrine.
It isn't just the same person necessarily.
It's not. It doesn't always have to be the same person in the exact same act. That's correct. It's got to be. Let me correct it. It's got to be the same person and the same conduct and the same time frame. In other words, if something happened on one day and then something happened a week later, it might not apply. But it's a very, very complicated issue. You know, the reason that there are a lot of lawyers is because the law is complicated.
Steve, your client spent 3 nights in jail now. Spending some time this morning, can you touch upon what his demeanor, how's he taking this? Can you say about that?
I mean, he's in jail. No one wants to be in jail. So, but he's strong and he knows what's there, and he knows that what kind of a fight he's going to be involved in. He was in it before, so he's hoping to get out today.
Can we expect to hear from him making a statement to us publicly?
Perhaps, yeah.
And do you have any idea on timing?
No, but what I will do is if I find out that he's going to get out tonight, I will, tweet it or whatever, so you guys don't have to stand out in the cold.
We appreciate that. Steve, how unusual though it is, you told us yesterday that
We would love to
your
hear
client basically confirmed the ages of all of his sexual partners. How odd do you find that when
Well-
you've got a client who's being charged with assaulting minors?
Well, you've got someone who's making sure that no one makes up false allegations against him. I mean, one of the cases involves a young lady. I've got at least 6 different statements from her already that I took off of various media sites where she said, I lied about my age, I didn't lie about my age, I said I was 19, I said I was 16, it's all over the place. I mean, so you expect someone to take certain steps, people who have non-disclosure agreements. Why do they have those? They have those to protect themselves against allegations. All right? Thank you. All right, thanks.